everyone, so this is my review on WannitUS. It's taken me a little while to put this together for you guys, but I know there's definitely a few of you that have been asking for this and have been asking sort of just questions on how to go about mail forwarding from the US, so I hope this is useful to you. So the website, I've just brought it up there. It's a very clean looking website, it's very easy to navigate around. It's really not hard to find what you're looking for, which is great. Along the top you've got a whole heap of different selections that are pretty much straightforward. The best thing about the website is it's not difficult to navigate around. Anyone can really do it. If you want to join, at the very bottom you've got the button there and it just asks for some information to select and you register straight away. As soon as you register you get an address, which is amazing. Then when you return to the page at the top you've got your username and password, and so that just allows you to log into the member section. Now at the top of it you can see your own unique address, and the suite number is what makes your address the most unique. You've got their contact information and their email. Now this section is for any purchases. So typically how this works is you will create a purchase on a company's website, so whether that be Mac or Sephora, etc. So you put through your purchase there. When you put your purchase through Sephora or Mac, you'll use your US address and you pay for it. So a lot of these companies are great because you have free shipping, so you don't have to technically pay for shipping to get the product from the US company to your US mailbox, which is great. Once your purchase is confirmed and you've paid for it, so whether you pay with your credit card or PayPal, you then go into this section and click Add Purchase. This then advises WannitUS that a package will be getting delivered to them for you. So you just put in there the purchase date, I'm just putting in whatever here, the store that you've bought it from, the item, so you can sort of give a bit of a description of what you've bought, the price of it, and the quantity. Now you've got two selections, either please consolidate this order or please ship now. So whether you want to ship that particular item straight away, you just leave it as please ship now and submit it. Or if you have a few other orders and you want to consolidate and put all of the orders in a larger box, then you click the consolidate this order option. You can pay customs charges in advance. So far with my second box I've not had to pay anything from customs, so I would suggest not paying anything. And if you do happen to pay anything, any customs charges, you will get a card. I've had to do it once before. You just get sort of a card from the post office, I believe, and then you have to go in there and pay for it. So once you've entered all that in, you just submit that and it will then save all that information down below. So these are a whole heap of different purchases that I have made. So on this particular page you just have all your different purchases. So in a snapshot you can see the item, the price, how many, where it's from, the date, whether or not you've selected to ship it now or consolidate it. Once it's received by WannitUS, they will put the date that it has been received, and if they've received all of the items, they'll then update where it says it's been invoiced and sent. So once they have invoiced it to you, they will update that. Now they send the invoice through PayPal, so make sure the email address you sign up with is also signed up through PayPal. So when you have items sitting in here that you've asked to consolidate them, and say if you want to then decide to ship a few items together, you'll go across to the edit function on the item that you want, and you can then just simply change the information. So if you need to change anything else you can, but if you just want to ship it now, just press please ship now and submit. So you can choose however many items to ship together. So at the bottom here are some that I've already had shipped, and so you can see on the right hand side that one of the orders I've got all 11 items. Originally with that particular order that was through Walmart, they actually sent things individually. So they were a lot slower and they sent multiple packages. So rather than sending everything in one package, they sent WannitUS, I think, 5 different packages of things. I think it depends if items are in stock or on back order. So they kind of ship what they have and then they send follow-up, packages. So WannitUS have just been updating that to say, 2 packages have been received, or 4 items have been received, things like that. So at least that way you have a fair idea of what's been happening. But majority of these orders have tracking numbers and you can track them online and see where they are in the US, which is really great. You can then see the dates there of when the item was invoiced and then when it was sent. So it's a very straightforward little interface. It's very easy to see everything and understand. Once you sort of add 1 or 2 purchases, you really get the hang of using it. And now just below all of that, you have this purchase history section. Mine's, I don't know, always stayed that way, so I'm not actually sure what that's for. You've then got a shipping estimator. So you can select the country that you're in. The dimensions are a little bit difficult originally to work out. That can be a bit difficult. You can probably email WannitUS and ask them before you have something shipped what the box size will be. I believe the most common size is 8 by 8 by 9. That was the size of the very first box that I got. That had a few items consolidated and shipped together in it. So I'll just put those dimensions in. You can then select the pounds, so how much everything weighs, changing it to be sent to a residential or a business address, what the declared value is, and then the postal code that it is going to be sent. Again, things like the weight is a little bit difficult to know. So again, you can probably ask WannitUS how much the weight of the items so far are, so you can get an idea of how much shipping will be. Again, the first order I put through, I believe that it was about £2 worth of items. I'll link the haul video below so you can see how many items I had shipped for what this postage price is. But this gives you a good idea moving forward roughly how much postage is going to be. It is a bit expensive, so it's good to sort of be aware of how much it is going to cost you. And I believe that the way I've always shipped items is the more items that you have shipped, the more cost benefit the postage cost will be. Because you have more items to divide that postage cost over, you're not getting as hit with such a massive cost in paying for the postage. So you can see here that there's a few different options. You've got economy or priority. I believe most of the items are shipped through priority, but they can be shipped through economy. Both of them are super quick. You can see the postage prices are roughly between $60 and $70 for this particular box. If you increase, say for instance, the declared value to, double the price, so $200, I believe it increases the postage cost just slightly. So we've got 68 and 73, and it increases to 69 and 74. So for another $100 worth, but the weight not changing, it's only an extra $1. So if we bump the weight up quite a lot, so to 8, you can see that the postage jumps up $89 to $95. So the dimensional weight, the dimensions and the weight play a big part in how much postage is going to be. If you scroll down a little bit more, you've got some useful resources you might want to use. So for shoe, clothing conversions and weight and measurement conversions and things like that, which is a nice little addition. You've got a currency converter if you want to use that, so you can check how from a live feed to see what the difference between US and Australian prices are. A little bit further down, you've got an import duty and tax calculator. So a little bit further down, you have all your information, so your address and your contact information, so you can update that at any time if you need to. Now back up the top, if we just go back to the home page, again, if you look upon the ribbon at the very top, so to get back to your member page from the home page, you just go to the About Us and the member page That will then take you straight back once you've been logged in and you've got your address. So this is just some quick information about the advantage of using Wannit. Obviously, to sign up, it's completely free. There's no monthly fees, there's no setup costs, which is amazing from what I've heard from a lot of other companies that do mail forwarding. You have to pay just to have an account set up. So even if you set up an account, you don't have to necessarily use it. You're not going to get charged for setting up an address. So if you're anything like me, you know, doing these kinds of things for the first time, you feel really nervous, you know, you're worried, you don't know, you know, are these companies trustworthy, etc., etc. So that's an awesome feature. It's free. There's no hidden charges whatsoever. They are always upfront with everything and how much it's going to cost. They're a family-owned and operated business, and you can tell with their customer service. They are such a friendly bunch. You get to know them all by their names. They are very easy to deal with. They respond to emails. They respond to Facebook. You know, they've got a YouTube page as well, and they are so easy to talk to. You can ask a million questions, and you never feel like, you know, that you're hassling them. So you can tell that they're a family-owned and operated business, which is, it's a nice touch. You're not dealing with this huge corporate company that you don't know anyone's name. Package consolidation is a wonderful feature, and I use it all the time, and I highly recommend it. You've then got a how it works section. So you can read this. I never really found the need to be honest, but if you want to have a bit of reading on, you know, how the whole function works, it's available there for you. You've then got a whole heap of FAQs, so a whole heap of questions that you might have. So, you know, how things work, you know, with your address, you know, is it a post office box? So it's a physical address and you get a unique suite number. So we will all have the same address of 279 Union Street, but the suite number is your specific ID. So they know that that particular suite number on a parcel will go into your little section in their warehouse. So you have to make sure that whenever you put in purchases that you make sure to include the suite number. So you've got a whole heap of other questions and answers, which is wonderful. How long will WannitUS store my packages? It's for 30 days, but then obviously over that you have a charge per day. You've got other information about, you know, payment methods, registration, estimated cost, you know, package consolidation again. There's certain restrictions. So obviously there are restrictions to Australia with dangerous goods such as nail polishes and perfumes, things like that. So those sort of things, it's not really ideal to buy on here because you will have to pay more to get them, and it's not worth it at the end of the day. You know, can I track my packages online? Yep, you get a tracking number, you can see where it's at. Packages are so quick. Now this particular one, what telephone number should I use? There have been a few companies that I couldn't set up a profile with. I can't remember who. I think Sephora may have been one of them, and MAC Cosmetics, US site. Now this is a bit difficult. Unfortunately in Australia you can't sign up for a Google Voice account. That function is actually only available to the US, I believe. So what I ended up doing is I created a phone number using Skype. I did have to pay for it. I think it was around $15, and that gives me the phone number for a year. If you have family or relatives over, you know, in the US, you might be able to use their contact number. That may be another way of getting around that. So you've then got their services and fees section. So this goes over the cost of all the different options. So firstly you have the package forwarding service. So the fee for this is $8.50 in the US, and this is charged to your final bill. So every item that you have packaged, they charge an $8.50 fee in order to send it to you. You can then use their personal shopper service, which I have used, and it's super easy. The fee is a percentage of the purchase price. You then have the package consolidation service, which I always use, and to choose that option it's $7.50 US. and again is charged on your final invoice. So if you're thinking of doing the personal shopper option, you just go straight to this page, and all you need to do is fill out all of this information. So you fill out your details, and then you put the details, the information in on what it is you want to buy. So obviously being specific with the quantity, the color, the size, the price, and obviously the URL to the item. I had trouble with Neiman Marcus, and I have tried to buy through Ulta, but I found that they're difficult as well. A lot of companies won't accept non-US credit cards or PayPal accounts, and so it's very difficult to put through the purchases because they can't accept your payment methods. So this is where this particular request comes into handy, because they will go ahead and purchase the item for you, and then they'll send you an invoice through PayPal to pay for it. And so again, the fee for using the service is 8.5% of the transaction costs. Then got the shipping calculator. This is another way to access it, so you can get an idea of how much shipping will cost you. We've got just some popular retailers, retailers that you can buy from. They've got the contact section. They're so open. They have all their details there, so you can contact them. You can also send off a web question if you like. You've then got the blog section, and they've just posted a few different videos, and so excited because I'm in there. So that was my very first unboxing through Wannit. Hey everyone, it's Renee, and I'm sort of buying a few more things, and I'm going to ship them over soon. I definitely see you guys soon. See ya. You've got Sherilyn and Nikev19. Sherilyn was the first person I saw use WannitUS. So I got the idea of using the mail forwarding service from her and her videos. When she was going over items and how much it cost her and things like that, I was just amazed at the US prices. And when I started to look on websites like Walmart and drugstore.com, even the MAC Cosmetics website in the US, I was blown away by how cheap everything is. It is ridiculous how much of a markup Australian have on beauty prices. It is extreme. It really is extreme. So I thought, well, someone else has done it. She uploaded a few more, so she's got a few different videos from them now. And so a part of me figured, well, I now know someone who has used them, and they've got their items and everything looks packed up really well. So I'll give it a go. I'll try it out. So that was how I came across WannitUS and decided to sign up. And then finally in the I Got It section, you've just got some reviews from a whole heap of different people. Now at the top you've got their social media links. So you have their Facebook page, and you can post questions on here and information. They give you links to reviews and anything that goes on special. And as you can see, they've jumped up in followers. I think when I originally looked at their website, they had somewhere between 400 and 600. So it's jumped up quite a bit, which is great to see. They've also got a YouTube channel, and that's another way of sending them an email. So just going back to the member page, I love this interface. It's so straightforward. It's just such an easy navigatable site. So I'll also just mention that they do have currently a prize giveaway, so you can win a new Android Z Pad, and they're giving it away to one lucky person. Now, the more times you ship, the more chances you have to win it, and the winner's name will be drawn out on the 30th of June this year. So the more items you have shipped with them, the more you're in the chance to win it. Now again, if you want to join up at the bottom, you've got a little button there, Join Us. You also have the Join Us option in the ribbon up the top in the green. So I hope I've covered everything. I hope I've gone over anything that you guys are a little bit unsure of. Shipping is always really, really quick. Anytime, anywhere between 5 and I'd say 8 business days it's taken to get my boxes. They package everything amazingly. You can see them in my haul videos linked below. They take the care, they take the detail to package everything to ensure that things don't arrive broken or crushed. I've never even had any boxes crushed, which is pretty amazing stuff coming from the US to Australia. Now, I guess I'll mention a few other different things. So their warehouse is in New Jersey. The quickest and the simplest way to explain using this mail forwarding service is if there's something in the US that you want to purchase and you can't get it in Australia, or it's cheaper in the US, then you put through the order on the US site. You use your US mailbox with your suite number and you pay that company for the purchase. They then send that item to your US mailbox, which gets sent to WannitUS. And WannitUS will basically be in contact with you. You'll get an email notification to say that an item has arrived. You can then log into your member page and you will see next to which particular item, the date that it has arrived. And then it's really up to you as to when you want to ship it, whether you want to ship it straight away or you want to consolidate it and wait for a few other purchases, or you're planning to make a few other purchases. And so at the end of the day, whether you're buying one item or you're buying, from 5 different purchases from 5 different stores, they will be in contact with you via email and, just confirm that you want to have it shipped. And then they will then send a PayPal invoice to your email address, which you then just send off payment. Again, they are amazing with their email contact. They have wonderful communication. They're very open. If you are unsure of anything, if you have any questions or you're not sure, just send them an email because they are so helpful. It's wonderful. So I hope you guys like the video. I hope it's helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know and post it below. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching and happy shopping. Bye.